My name's Rafael, you watch Rock Garage, and today I'm going to show you a little bit of my visit to the Royal Albert Hall, this legendary venue in London, and I even kept the ticket. Well, the Royal Albert Hall exists since 1867. It is on the northern edge of South Kensington in London, and it has a seating capacity of a bit more than 5,000 people. But if they take out the seats in front of the stage, it can get a little bit bigger. It was opened by Queen Victoria in 1871, and it is one of the most famous venues in the world, maybe the most famous one alongside the Madison Square Garden in New York City. And to visit and do the tour, you can either buy the ticket on their official website, which costs for an adult about £20. But I bought the London ticket, London Pass, which gives you more than 100 places to go, and you pay much less to go in each one of them. So you can go to the Royal Albert Hall with that pass. So if you want to save money, I advise you to do the same. Well, I took the tube, the subway there to the Royal Albert Hall. It's not that far away from other places like Soho, like the British Museum, so it's not a big trip, let's say, from one place to another. And you're gonna see something like this beautiful view among the buildings. I'm on a residential area, this big, beautiful place. And the interesting thing, at least for me, I'm from Brazil and I never seen a venue like this with so many doors, a historical venue, so a really old venue like the Royal Albert Hall is, with more than 100 years. And the interesting thing is that it's a round building, and you get many tiny doors. It's not like many venues or stadiums where you got big gates to people go in and go out easily. No, it's a lot of small doors around the building, and you need to go to the door number 12, which is the reception, and there they're gonna see if you got an appointment, if you got the already the scheduled hour for the tour, and they're gonna give you this beautiful ticket, which you can keep it. Since I wasn't able to go to see a concert there, the Pixies were playing there that in the week I was in London, but it was sold out, so I couldn't see any shows there. But I took the tour, and I was able at least to say, hey, I got a ticket to the Royal Albert Hall, I've been there. So you can take it home afterwards. And the tour starts, they give you this little device where it's gonna show you, you're gonna see photos, historical photos. Like this one is a historical photo of an exhibition the king was doing, and the whole story about surrounding the making of the venue. And the guide was incredible. You could ask her any questions. She knew everything about the hall and told us very interesting stories. So we are inside a box. She takes us to a box. You can sit on the box, or where the famous or rich people usually watch the shows, right? Where maybe some of our biggest heroes in music already watched someone playing. And you can see the stage. Like this day, there was going to be a show of an Italian singer that night. This was in the morning, so they were setting up the stage, putting everything together. And for example, there were seats in front of the stage. When she explained that when an artist wants to have a free area in front of the stage with people standing, not seated, they can take out all those seats. They even, many types of events happening there, even tennis matches. You can go on YouTube and you can, look for Royal Albert Hall tennis match. You're gonna see a tennis match happening there. So it's a really interesting venue, and on the boxes you can see what it's like to be up there. And she also explains about this organ, which is one of the biggest in the world, in this small door right in front of it. It's where you enter and play it. And she explains everything about it, which is one of the biggest in the world. Some artists like to use in their concerts. And the interesting thing about the boxes is that when the king was gathering money to make the Robert Hall, he sold boxes. People could buy those boxes. And the interesting thing, it's that it was for life. There was no time. There's nothing saying that you would go back to the royal state or to the government after a few decades. No, and she said that it's heritage. There are people who are relatives from, it passed on through generations in a family. So if your great 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 grandfather bought one of those boxes, many families still own them. And the interesting thing is that many of them sold to other people or to companies. A lot of companies own the many boxes there, as she explained, because they give tickets away to people they want to make deals with, or they do something for their customers and etc. But many families still own boxes there, and the interesting thing is that they can do anything they want in any event in their boxes. So if they want to invite someone, take a friend, take their family, they're not going to pay for the tickets. They just go there and watch the show. And the interesting thing also is that they can sell the tickets themselves. So if I own a box there and you want to go, you're my friend, but I can sell you. Pay me some money and you're gonna go there and watch, or they can rent to somebody to watch a show. So it was really mind blowing. I never thought this would be a possibility there, but it's quite interesting, because even after more than 100 years, 100 almost 150 already, 150 years, almost 150 years, many families still own boxes there, and this is mind blowing. I had the chance to speak with a guy who owns a Beatles shop in London, and he said that his ex-partner had a box there, and he went to see many shows there with her and her family. So it was the most interesting thing I heard during this tour. And you can see she explains also about this acoustic, those round circles, white circles in the top, which was a renovation they did a few years ago to improve the sound of the venue, which wasn't that great, especially for rock and roll artists. More heavier bands, heavy metal bands, they didn't like that much of the Royal Albert Hall before this renovation they did. And another interesting thing about the boxes is this one with a crown right in front of it. This is the only one with something outside of it, which is, as you might think, the king's or the queen's, the royal box. It's called the royal box. It's for the royal family. They can go there, watch the shows and many other things. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Pretty simple, pretty much like the other ones. There's nothing that special about it, as you can see, just a bunch of chairs like on the other ones, but she said they do a bit, they add a few things when the royal family is there. And the interesting thing is that if they get there earlier, they don't wait there because they can be seen by other people. So until the venue is full and prepare for the show, everybody's there on their seats. They stay on this room, which is right beside it, on the opposite side of the royal box, which, as you can see, there are many paintings and photos of the royal family, and including this one, which is from Queen Elizabeth II. And as the guide said, is one of the few things she ever signed in her life. She didn't used to sign anything, but she decided to sign this picture of her that was displayed there. And it's really cool to enter this room. And there are many of the, as you can see, the chairs and other places they sit. You can't sit on them there, so you got to stand and just see the surroundings. What I thought it was quite interesting, it's because it was extremely hot that day. It was about 32 degrees outside, and it was quite hot on the inside because all the windows were closed. There's no air conditioning in this room, so it was a pretty tough tour that day. And as you can see on a few pictures now, as you walk on the house, to enter the rooms, it's a round circle because the room and the hall is a circle building. You see a lot of pictures on the wall, like this one with Muhammad Ali and Sir Roger Moore, who was one of the James Bond. He was James Bond in the 70s. You can see many of those pictures. You can see pictures of Van Morrison, like this one, B.B. King, The Who, that I didn't have the chance to take the picture, but they're all the great historical artists who played there, because in the 60s you had Cream playing there, you had Pink Floyd playing there, many famous blues musicians, American musicians who went there to tour, played at the hall. And especially the one, and I missed that, the guy explains a bit more about the historical content of the hall, why it was built, how it was built, by who, and the boxes, the royal family, how it works for a concert, etc. But she doesn't mention many artists. She and I really missed. I thought she was going to say something about Eric Clapton at some point, because he's the one who played there the most in history of the Royal Albert Hall. Eric Clapton is the one who played there most times, but she didn't mention him. And by the end of the tour, you can go to the top. As you can see, these little arches around the arena, around the hall, is where people who paid for standing tickets can be and watch the show. So it's like a balcony, and people who get there buy these tickets that I imagine are the cheapest ones, because they're the ones that are more far away and you got to be standing. You got to accommodate yourself in these balconies to watch the show, and I thought it was quite interesting too, because I never have seen something like that before. And it was really a nice tour. It's very special for us who are rock and roll fans, especially. There are many interesting things that we can see, and another interesting thing about it is, another cool thing about it is the souvenir shop. When you get it there, you can see the souvenir shops right beside the where you're gonna get your ticket to be on the tour, and there are many beautiful things about the Royal Albert Hall. And I bought this golden magnet to put on my fridge, as you can see on this video. It costed £5, and it was the cheapest thing I could buy that day, because everything was more expensive for me, comparing to my currency. And I had a lot of other things to buy during the trip, so I didn't buy. This was the only thing that I bought there, but there were many other beautiful souvenirs of the Royal Albert Hall that you could take home, and they were not that expensive, especially if you're from the USA or Europe. It's it's cheap for someone from those countries, but me being from Brazil, and the current currency compared to the pounds to the Brazilian real, was 7 times more expensive for me. So everything I bought there in pounds was 7 times more expensive to me. So I couldn't buy that much things. But anyway, it was a really outstanding and great tour. You know, it was really special to be there and to really know what it's like to be inside the Rabbit Hall. So if you don't have the chance to go see a concert there, do the tour. It's awesome. It's about an hour, I would say. We stayed there for about an hour. You can ask her all kinds of questions. They're gonna answer you. It's just a great tour. You know, if you're in London, you're a music fan, you should totally go there. It's a historical place, as I said. David Gilmour recorded DVD there. Eric Clapton, the concert for George, the tribute show to George Harrison was there, and many other incredible musicians play there. And that's it. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave your comment. Tell me if you've been there, if you liked it or not, and let's talk about it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.